Images in a table. Images can also be inserted in a table, and for that the coding is first we have to start with the HTML tag, which marks the starting of the HTML document. After that we have the head tag, which includes the title tag, and this time we have given the title as creating a table. Fine. So after that we have written the style tag, which says that we are including CSS into our HTML document. Next is, in the style tag we have to declare the rules, okay, rules that we apply on the HTML elements. So the first rule says that on the body we have applied the declaration in which we have the property name as background color, which is used to set the background color of the web page, and its value we have taken as yellow. Next rule we have applied on the table data and on the table heading. So in this we have used the property border, which has three values. This is the border width that we have taken as 1 pixel. Next is type of border that we want, and its type is solid. And next we have taken is the color of the border. Now the third rule says that we want to apply the styles on table data, and in that we have used the property text align. Text align is the property name and its value is center. So this property will help to align the text in the center, and after that close the style tag and close the head tag. So after this head section we have the body section. So in the body section we will write the content of the web page. So the first tag is body tag, which marks the starting of the body section. After that we have taken the table tag, which is the tag that is used to create a table in HTML, okay, and we want to place the table in the center. That's why we have used the center tag, which will place the table in the center of the web page. And both these tags are container tags, that's why we need to close these tags, so they are closed at the end. After that we have the caption tag, which is used to give the heading to the table, okay, and to the table we have given the heading as Cambridge Court High School. So h1 and caption, they both are the container tags, so we need to close them. After that we have to create a new row. For that we have the tr tag. tr stands for table row. After that we'll write the table data, and after that we'll write image, as we have to insert the image, so that's why we are using the image tag. So image will come, and we have to use the attribute source. So in order to define the path of the image, that where it is stored in our system. So after defining the source we have used the style attribute, which is the inline method of applying the CSS. So here we have included that the height of the image should be 10% and the width of the image should be 20%. After that we have given the heading to this image as a school building, and here we have used h3 because we want the text to be small. So it's done, so we need to close the heading tag. After that we'll just close the data tag, table data, and after that we need to close the tr tag. So this is the first row that we have created in our table. In order to start the new row, again we have to use the tr tag. So tr, after that td for the table data, after that we'll use the image tag, and the source attribute is used. This is the same as we have done earlier. So we have written the source attribute, we have used the style attribute to apply style to the image, and just give the heading as school playground, close the tags and close the body tag, close the HTML tag. So in this coding we have inserted an image into the table. So this is the output. this is the output, in which you can see that we have given the caption of the table. That means the heading was given as Cambridge Court High School. After that we have created two rows. In the first row we have inserted the image and we have given the heading as school building. After that we have inserted the second picture and we have given the heading as school playground. So this is how we can insert the images in the table. Linking web pages. HTML renders a powerful feature of linking these web pages together. As you all have browsed the internet, you can see that there is a connectivity between the web pages. So when you click on a website, in that you are able to click on many web pages. So you can see that there is a connectivity between these web pages. So this feature is called hyperlinking. So when the mouse is hovered or when we move the mouse over a link, the pointer will turn into a little hand. So whenever you see any text on the web pages and when you move your mouse over that particular text, if it changes into the shape of a little hand, that means it is a hyperlink. Hyperlink means when you will click on it, you will move to another web page or you will move to another section of the same web page. So we have two types of linking. One is known as the internal linking and the second is external linking. Internal linking: when one part of a web page is linked to another section of the same page, it is called internal linking. That means that whenever we click on a hyperlink and we just move in the other section of the same web page, so that is a internal linking. And external linking: when one web page is linked to another web page or website, it is called external linking. That means if we click on a hyperlink and it takes to some other web page or to some other website, that will be a external linking, because it is not moving within the same web page, it is taking you to the other web page or the website. So it is known as the external linking. Next we have is the anchor tag. This tag is used to mark the text or an image as hyperlink. So what is a hyperlink? Hyperlink means when you click on a text or an image, you move in the same section or you move to some other web page, which a user can click to display the web page or website anchored to it. Okay, so when we are using the anchor tag, in that case we need href attribute. Okay, so this attribute, it is used to refer to a web page or a website which defines the document to which the link leads. Okay, and the syntax is, here A is the anchor tag, href is the attribute, and we have to write its value. So href it defines the document to which the link leads. Okay, and this is the text which we have made as hyperlink. So when we will move our mouse over this text, it will change into the size of a hand. Okay, so this shows that it is a hyperlink, and as anchor tag is a container tag, so we need to close it. Let's have a look at the simple HTML code in which we have used the hyperlink, means how we can create a hyperlink and using the anchor tag and the href attribute. See, this is a very simple program. Simple, we have taken the HTML tag, head tag, in which we have given the title as hyperlink. So this is the title of the web page. So whenever you will give the title, it will be visible on the title bar of the web page that you open. So just so close the head section. Then we have the body section. In the body section, what you have to do is that click here is the hypertext. Okay, so when you will click on hyperlink, it will open this click.html document. Okay, so this is href, we will give this click.html and click here and close the anchor tag. Okay, see, as I told you earlier that HTML is not case sensitive. That means even if you write as small or you write as capital, it means the same. Okay.